So welcome to Chimp on Cars. Today we've got our first driving lesson. It's actually from his son. It's his 17th birthday, so he's driven before but never on the road, obviously, so he can change gear. He's driven off-road a bit, but today's his first driving lesson on road. So we're going to go through a first driving lesson in the Suzuki Jimny you can see over my shoulder there. We're going to do some stop starting and a little bit of clutch control as well, and and see how it goes. Anything else that crops up we can fix along the way, can't we? So let's get in the car and let's get that started. Okay, so we're in the car. So my son's bought 24 weeks worth of insurance through Collingwood. So this car he owns himself. So he's bought comprehensive insurance, short-term insurance for 24 weeks. It's about £168, I think, including the discount, which is paid now. So that's us fully insured and legal to go on the road. You can buy a similar insurance, short-term insurance, if you're driving your parents' car as well. From the Collingwood also. There's a link up on the screen if you want to get a quote yourself, and the discount will automatically come off if you either use the link or you use the link in the description or my instructor number, which will also be in the description. You can get a discount off yours too. So we're all fully insured. So we've got the car set up ready to go. So basically we've got the mirrors, so you can see a bit of the car in the mirror. We've got the centre mirror set up so you can see the whole of the rear window, and basically we're ready to go. So we'll switch over to our dash cam. We're using a 70mm dash cam, so we've got 4K recording out the front, 4K recording out the back, and it also records in the cabin too. So we're going to switch over to that to record the driving lesson. So it's a really good dash cam for driving instructors, and again we'll put a link on the screen in the description for that as well. If you want to get a dash cam with 4K recording front and back, it's the best one to get. So let's get started. So before we get going, we're just going to recap. We've got our first and second gear we're going to be using. So the gear stick over to the left against the spring, forward for first, back for second. Obviously you know that, but most people taking their first driving lesson don't know that. And we've got the parking brake, the handbrake in the middle there. And again, before you do your first driving lesson, just familiarise yourself with how that works. But Sid already knows. So what we're going to do then, Sid, is we're going to get the car ready to go. So we're going to get the car into first gear, find the biting point, have your right foot over the gas pedal. So yeah, go ahead and do those. So find where that biting point is. But before we move off or do anything, we just need to make sure it's safe, of course, don't we? So we're going to check through the mirrors. Now we're up against a hedge here, so we're going to check the left mirror, that's fine. The centre mirror, just waiting for a gap in the traffic there, which will come somewhere quiet, obviously, for a first lesson, so that's fine as well. That one's just making sure no one's overtaking us, and then over your right blind spot and making sure no one's coming out the hedgerow there, but in the future that'll be driveways and footpaths and things. Okay then, so get the car ready then. So you've got your biting point, a little bit of gas, or your foot over the gas at the very least. Let's just check your mirrors and your blind spot then. If you're happy with what you see there, then you can let the handbrake off. And it doesn't matter, so fire us back up again. Easily done. So just get the car prepared, and then we'll check again, because of course something could have changed in the time since we last checked. Still safe, that's it. Handbrake off, so just a little bit more biting point. There we go. Keep the gas in there, and then clutch up to the top. Now we're moving. It's that getting the car moving before you bring the clutch up to the top that makes the difference between stalling and not stalling often. So obviously Sid's just changed into second gear there because he's driven off-road and he's quite comfortable changing gear. To change gear, you just put the clutch down, shift the gear selector, lift off the gas, obviously while you're doing that, and then bring the clutch back up in the new gear, and then get back on the gas pedal. So let's pull over and stop on the left there. You see we've got a nice gap on the left where we can leave room for people to get around us. So let's check our rear view mirror. So if there's anyone behind, we'll indicate left to let them know we're stopping. So check your rear view, there's no one behind. Good, no need to indicate then. Let's just pick a spot over here, keeping all four wheels on the tarmac. Clutch down, a little bit of brake there. Keep your foot on the clutch and the brake until you got us into neutral, handbrake on, and then you can lift off the clutch and the brake. Cool. Okay, so how, other than stalling, how was that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. Okay then, so let's do the same again then. So a little bit of practice on that. So let's get the car prepared, ready to pull away first. Yep, so when you're ready, that's it, mirrors and blind spot. A little bit of gas, clutch up a little, then up to the top. So maybe a little bit quick up to the top there. Just try and bring up a bit smoother maybe, and you won't get that jar up, but we didn't stall that time. That's the most important bit. Good, so we're looking well ahead here, so we do have a bend in the road coming up, so it's a bend round to the right, so we'll obviously keep well over to the left, give yourself the best possible view around the bend, and then we'll look for somewhere safe to stop after the bend. We're not going to stop on the bend obviously. So a quick check of your rear view just to see what's behind there. So you're just using the gas pedal there to regulate the speed, which is perfect. So if you lift off the gas we slow down, if you push the gas we speed up. And let's get around this bend as well, and we'll look for somewhere to stop where the road straightens up, hopefully. So again, just check your rear view mirror just so you know what's going on behind us. So let's pull over and stop on the left then. So let's check your rear view mirror there, no one behind. So you've lifted off the gas already, so gently braking, clutch down just before we stop there. Keep all four wheels on the tarmac if we can. Go. Cool, and take your feet off the pedals. So if you can try and just get the car to a stop first before you put it into neutral. And obviously we need to be stopped before you put the handbrake on, you know that anyway. And then once we've got the car in neutral and handbrake on, then you can lift your feet off the pedals. So just getting that routine in there, but you're virtually there anyway. Good, okay, let's pull away again when you're ready. So there is a car in front, but don't worry about them. Just get the car ready to pull away. They might not be able to fit around us, so we might have to just edge forward there. So let's get the biting point, and then a little bit of it's going around us anyway. Cool, okay, so once you're ready then, mirrors and blind spot. Don't forget your blind spot is actually over your shoulder, not just out the window.
Well, I did sort of check over it, but there's a massive pillar in the way.
Yeah.
So I try and look, but it's as blind as a blind spot goes.
You're going to have to lean forward a bit or lean back a bit and look through the window behind us if you lean back a bit, or the window behind you. Otherwise it's just a sideways glance.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what you can see in your mirror there. You can see the same as what you can see with a sideways glance. And when we're out on proper roads, there's going to be a driveway over there maybe, or someone cycling off the footpath, and you're not going to see them in the mirror. You're only going to see them if you look them over your shoulder. You're looking backwards as well as out the side there. Okay, we've got quite a nice hill here that we're driving down. We're going to be coming back up this in a moment, and we'll use this for a bit of clutch control practice. But before we do that, we're going to stop at the end of this road. We come to a bend, and we're just going to stop on the gravelly bit, and we're actually going to use a bit of the off-road bit there just to facilitate turning around. So let's check the rear view mirror there. So there's no one coming up close behind us there. We'd indicate left if there was. So let's lift off the gas pedal. Feel the car slows down by itself. That's nice. And then at some point here, just put the clutch pedal down to the floor and just bring us to a stop. That'll be perfect. Good. Excellent, well done. And then find first gear and find the biting point. And we'll just simply turn the car around, so we'll check around, make sure it's safe, and we'll go full lock around to the right with the steering here. And obviously because you've driven off-road, you're quite capable of doing this. Full lock around to the right there. But normally on a first driving lesson, this is where the instructor would get you to swap seats and jump out, and they instruct you around and face you the other way maybe. That's the appropriate thing to do. Now we're going to pull up and stop. So here's an opening on the left there where the driveway is on the left. So check your rear wheel already. Brilliant. There's no need to indicate, is there? So that's it. Bring us over so there's room for people to get past us. Excellent. Straighten us up a bit. Got the clutch down already to brake us to a stop. And once we've stopped, neutral, handbrake, secured the car. Good. Okay, all good so far? As what we're going to do is we're going to stop on the hill up here, and we're going to do a bit of clutch control practice. Now of course there's not necessarily going to be room for people to get around us easily, so we'll just do the best we can. If somebody does come towards us, we'll have to just do something different. It's quite a long hill, so we should get a couple of opportunities to do this, and just give you a bit more of a feel for that clutch pedal. Right then, okay, so let's get the car ready to pull away then. So get the car prepared first, and then make sure it's safe, and think about where that blind spot is. Yeah, you got it, nice one. Okay, so let's go where it's a bit straighter, so the cars behind and cars in front can see us. Let's keep going a bit further, and then we'll find somewhere that looks convenient to stop. The hill gets a little bit steeper as we come through as well, so it'll make it a bit more interesting. So here then, so let's check the rear view mirror then. No one behind, no need to indicate, so let's just lift off the gas. That's it, bring us into the left a little bit more there, clutch down, there you go, brake us to a stop, secure the car like you normally would. Okay, so right, let's clutch down and into first gear, and just find that biting point. I'm not going to use any gas at all this time, so just the biting point. So this is clutch control practice. Okay, before you let the handbrake off, just find a bit more biting point there. You're on first, yeah, you're fine. So a bit more biting point. Good. Okay, now let the handbrake off. A little bit more biting point. Okay, lift off the brake. A little bit more biting point still. point, there it is. That's it, you got it, good. Okay, nice one. Right then, so you're not pushing the brake at all, the handbrake's not on at all. So if you want to creep forwards, we just use a bit more biting points. Not a lot, just a tiny bit more, just a millimetre or so more. Good, so there's no one behind, no one in front. Just come back to that biting point, just hold the car so it's steady, so it's not going forwards or backwards. So you're not pushing the brake, not using the handbrake. Just the biting point, okay, good. And then let's find a bit more biting point and creep forwards again. So there's no one in front, no one behind, I'm looking for you, don't worry. And then back to the biting points, the car's not moving, don't use the brake pedal, take your foot off the brake, that's it, just the biting point. Just let the heel bring us to a stop, just use the biting point. There you go, good, cool. Let's just do that one more time, so no brake pedal, there's no one behind. Good, and then back to the biting point, just to hold it there. Cool, you see how little you have to move it to do that? Okay, so that's going to be really useful when we're out on the roads, junctions, roundabouts, going around parked cars. If you can do that, then you'll not stall. Right then, so keep your biting point there. So have your foot over the gas pedal. Let's check the mirrors and the blind spot, just for practice. Good, so put a little bit of gas in there and we'll actually pull away this time. So a little bit more biting point will get us moving. Keep the gas in there and then clutch up to the top like you normally would. Good, both hands on the wheel before you change gear. That's all right. Watching mummy drive. Okay then, so looking ahead, we're going slightly down the hill now, so we're just going to look to maybe stop. If someone comes towards us, we'll have to help them to get past us, of course. Let's check your rear view mirror, there's no one behind, is there? So we don't have to worry about that, we're just worrying about cars in front. So this is where you normally change into third gear. Leave it in second for today though, this is just your first driving lesson, but we'll get into third gear on future lessons. So again, we've got a round bend coming up, so that's it, keeping us nicely to the left gives you the best view possible. So quick check in your mirrors just to see what's going on behind us. So there's no one behind, we're just worried about what might be in front. And then we've got another bend to the left, so it's just a single track road really, isn't it? So you can just keep over to the right a little bit to give yourself the best view possible. Don't forget to check your mirror just to see what's going on behind. So again, we're still just worrying about vehicles in front, there's no one behind us. That opening a bit further down, wasn't there? It's not, yeah, just where those houses were, yeah, so we're pulling in and stop along there somewhere. So where do you need to check first?
Not really, no.
Good, so there's no one behind, is there? Good, so you can lift off the gas then and start slowing down. If there was someone behind, they would wonder what you were doing, so that's why you'd indicate for them. Good, so bring the car to a stop there, that's it then, neutral on the handbrake, and then you can rest your feet off the pedals. Okay, good. So, just going to do that one more time. There was that opening opposite where we started earlier on, wasn't there? So how are you finding this so far? Easy enough?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so obviously you've driven off-road. This is just a bit of a step up from that. We're thinking more about safety and probably checking the mirrors more than you would have done off-road. Cool, let's do it one more time then. So drive away when you are ready. So, you've got the car prepared there, good. Nice bit of gas in there too, that's great. Cool, so we're going to bend around to the left there. And let's look for that opening on the left where we can pull up and stop safely and just take the left hand half of the car off the road a little bit. So let's check your mirror first, there you go mate, good. Okay, so turn the engine off there. Right then, so that's the end of the first driving lesson. So Sid's done really well. We only stalled once, I think, wasn't it? So that's a good good sign, isn't it, for the future. So Sid does have an advantage of having driven a bit off-road before today, which is good. And a lot of karting experience, which we'll have to slow him down for in the future, no doubt, as well. Right, so subscribe to the channel. We're going to do some more lessons, obviously. He's going to pass his test soon, hopefully. So subscribe if you want to see how they go. And don't forget the learner's insurance. There's going to be a link on the screen now. If you want some short-term insurance, they also do taxi insurance and courier insurance and stuff like that. But anyway, use the link and get yourself a discount if you need some short-term insurance.